Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Narlo here. Say hello to everyone, Narlo. Good boy. When last we were left off, we were down in the shadow of the Argonath over there, the twin statues of the kings, showing the border, the northern border of Gondor. And we were talking to our elf companion. We were discussing what had happened to the Fellowship and the fact that Korrigan, is that his name? I think so, was telling us that he had found evidence that the three Korridan, yes, that the three of the company had set off on foot chasing down the orcs who had gone off. So we were told by him to move up here to Mansig's camp, and that's where we are. We're back here in the Mansig's camp area again. Y'all be very, very familiar with that. We've been here a number of times. And he said there's a man here named Ingild who says he saw something that would be of interest to us. Okay. Don't like judging someone by the cover, but you've got kind of a Bill Ferny, Grima Wormtongue kind of look about you. So let's hope we're not judging you that way.
A party of Uruks fled from the east wall of the Norcrofts on foot.
I do not know anything about the Dunlending girl, but Horn is one of my people, and I trust him. I would tell you what I told him. A party of Uruks has fled from the east wall on foot into the Norcrofts. If you go to the ridge west of here, you might be able to look over the plains and see where they went.
Okay, we can certainly try that. So we need to go west of here and look over the ridge and across the plains. I'm assuming it'll be like it usually does and tells you that this is a good place to look. We will see. Yep, here's the Norcrofts. I wonder if this area right over here is kind of where we're looking for. Look over the ridge. We need to really get busy getting some. What are these guys? Nona? Ah, there we go. Nona, Korridan, and Horn. So apparently they have already gone down ahead of us. You stand on the ridge that forms the border with the Norcrofts. Okay. Let's go ahead. Can we look here now? You peer out over the plains and you see a far-off cloud of dust. Tell us what you see with your hobbit eyes. Let's go down the quick way. So we need to talk to Korridan, talk to Nona, and talk to Horn. Oh, y'all just no telling where y'all gonna appear. Where y'all gonna pop up, are you? So way off yonder way, it looks like a puff of dust, huh? Alright, well let's talk to Horn here.
It is strange to look out over the plains of my home. And no, I am not welcome there.
It is your duty to follow the rumor of your friends, and it is my desire to help you to do it. So I will follow you if you must pass into Rohan. Korridan tells me that the Uruks are likely pursued by an elf, a dwarf, and a man, and though the tracks are faint and hard to read, I trust his instincts and his tracking skill. They would need to be incomparable hunters themselves to catch the Uruks if they did not depart immediately, and it seems they did not. And we are leaving well after both groups, so heed this warning. We will have no hope of catching up with the Uruks that fled the east wall without war steeds of our own. We should speak with Mansig about acquiring such steeds.
It's war steed time finally, is it? Good, good. All right, Nona.
Horn is an unusual man. I will keep an eye on him for you.
Look at the rolling fields and plains of the horse lords. They were meant for my people, but they were taken from us.
Nona scowls, but then her expression softens. Horn and I hunted for signs of your friends while you were at the Porth Galen, Narlo.
He is not like the rest of the horse lords. If he wishes to go into Rohan, a land from which he is exiled, I will do so without complaint. See how much he risks for the causes of strangers. He is a most unusual man, Narlo. I will keep an eye on him for you.
Uh-oh, I think we've got a budding romance on our hands, do we not? You just keep on keeping an eye on him. Let's see what the elf has to say.
The last time I traveled south, orcs were gathering on the river bank.
A group of Uruks passed this way. The signs are clear about that much at least. They trampled grass underfoot and kicked aside stones, with little care for where they placed their booted feet. They were in a hurry, and they held captives, 2 halflings whose identities I think we both know, Narlo. The Uruks are right to worry, for their run took them into Rohan, and they are several days ahead of us, and I fear mere hours ahead of their pursuers, for they were pursued by 3 of our mutual friends, I think. But why? Do the Uruks think they have captured something more than captives? We must follow them. If we can lend our aid to the captives or the pursuers, we must do so. But we will need war steeds if we are going to have any hope of catching them on the great plains of Rohan. Okay, so now we need to go back up, talk to Mansig again. I wish Uruks were as hard to find as orcs are around this place. Don't seem to be any shortage of them. And of course, all we need to do is just figure out what town they're going to and use one of our maps and just map straight ahead of it. And we'd be there in no time. In fact, we'd beat Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas if we were to do that. Just give us a fast travel. There has to be a... Give us a swift travel. There has to be a stable out there somewhere we can jump ahead to. Okay. So we need to talk to Mansig now. And talk to him about horse steeds. I was told we were about to get into this part of the adventure. Searchers.
Orcs are usually so mindless. What could they be searching for?
What could they be searching for in this way? I do not like it. Find orc searchers in the woods nearby and end their hunt. Whatever it is for which they look, make certain they do not find it. Ah, that was that one. I thought maybe it was some of that flavor text questions that they usually have. Let's see here.
You have urgent business within Rohan?
You have urgent business within Rohan? It is not for me to ask questions. Know that my people are suspicious of Outstriders, and you travel not with 1, but with 2, and are one yourself. Ah, select one of the quest rewards. Oh dear. Alrighty. These 3. Oh, there we go. Medium armor. 84, 841. Wow, that's actually a lot better than the Dolan helm. Let's go ahead and circle that one. Another medium armor. That's agility and vitality. That's agility, vitality, and finesse. What is this one? Agility, vitality, critical rating, and finesse rating. 253, 211. 253, 105. And what's this one? That's light armor. So which one of these do we want? Agility, vitality. I think we will go with the additional critical. Because finesse is... Ingold insists that you take this. Finesse really doesn't do me much, because I think that is for entirely over in the PvP fields, if I remember correctly.
Some of my men are returning to the Wold. You are welcome to go with them.
Book 7, Chapter 10. To the Wold. The 4 of you will need war steeds if you are to have any hope of making good time on the plains of Rohan. Some of my men are returning to the Wold. You are welcome to go with them if you like. Help my people at Langlode and Harwick, and you can have the war steeds you need. You will be automatically travel to Langhold in the Wold when you accept this quest. Alright, we will do that.
If we are to cross the plains of Rohan with any speed, we will need war steeds of our own.
So we got a cutscene movie. Does that tell me that we have now finished up a book and we're about to start another one? You have discovered Langhold, now entering the Wold. Book 7, Chapter 10. All right, let's do a travelogue here right quick. You have discovered Langhold, the northernmost city of the Wold. It stands guard against invading brigands and Easterlings. Okay, that is our travelogue for the day, hopefully. Let's see where we are. We are here in Langhold. Up here's the Great River. Oh, that's the Great River. We went down to, didn't we go down to Eastern Rohan? Yeah, we did this. We were in the Great River. Here's the Argonath. Down here is Parth Galen. This is Mansig's camp right here, I think. Yep, there's Mansig's camp. So we went into the Wold. So we traveled over this way, did we? Yes, we did. Oh, okay. So the Wold is actually this area. So it's this area here. Here's Langhold. Harwick, Floodwind, Songavir. Alrighty. Easy enough done. And why is my phone? For some reason, I must have said something about the name Siri. My phone's turned on and was trying to do some messaging there. Like, no, we don't need to do that. All right, we see where we are. We're still just up from the North River, the Great River, just a little bit. That should be it right down there, I guess, along the Anduin. Okay. So we need to talk to Adnoth outside of Langhold in the Wold.
You have need of war steeds. Perhaps I can help you.
Welcome to the Wold, Narlo. You have need of war steeds. Perhaps I can help you.
You will need war steeds for yourself and your companions.
Yep, indeed. We finished up a book and started Book 8. Book 8, Chapter 1, War Steeds from the Wold. We face difficult times, not just in Langhold, but throughout all of the Wold as well. Theoden King has left those of us in the Wold without much support. I do not blame him. Rumor tells of great armies marshalling in the west, and we are spread too thin over too wide an area. If you desire to travel across the kingdom of Rohan, you will need war steeds for yourself and your companions. There are two things you will need to accomplish in order to obtain the privilege of such steeds. First, help in the support of Langhold. Once the city has been made safe, travel south along the road to Harwick, and you will be instructed in the skills necessary to safely and swiftly ride a war steed. So we got to complete all quests in Langhold in the Wold, and then learn to participate in mounted combat at the tourney field in Harwick. Okay. Complete all the quests. I don't guess... no longer giving us those... war steeds from the Wold. No longer giving us those quests where it says, go and help my people, and when you feel you've had enough, continue on. It doesn't look like we can do that here. If we want steeds, we're going to have to help his people. Let's see. Dala. I hear rumors of brigands.
Will you aid the horse lords?
I hear rumors of brigands in these parts. Brigands are ever a plague upon the Wold, pillaging the farmlands and harassing travelers upon the roads. We banish them across the river whenever they dare to rise up, but they always return ere long. We have driven them back lately, so it will be long before they dare to bother us again. There are no true threat against the might of the Rohirrim, so worry not. You are safe here in Langhold. I see.
What brings you to these lands?
I hear that Easterlings are a great threat. Easterlings are ever the true threat in the Wold, for they cross the river from the hard lands to the east. The South Undeep is our most vulnerable point. We have built 4 watchtowers to keep our eyes along the river. They are ready to fly to Langhold with a call for reinforcements at a moment's notice, but we send a rider to patrol the towers once a week regardless. I see. The Wold.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
We have had word from our kindred in the Great River of a heroic traveler who passed through Stangard. I can see that you are the same hobbit of whom such praise was spoken. The Thane of Langhold would receive you in the mead hall without delay. This part of the Wold welcomes guests with open arms, but enemies of the mark beware. It is my duty to warn you thus. So we are headed in to receive the formal welcome of the Thane. Oh, sweet. So where is everything? Let's kind of get get our bearings. I imagine that is the Great Mead Hall. Ooh, children. See, this I think was the first time that you really saw children in the game, too. Because there weren't any. It's one of those weird things. I mean, we had a few Hobbit children, but you never really saw children in any of the rest of Eregion until they did the Bree revamp. It's that whole thing, the same reason you don't see children in any first-person shooters. There's a big taboo in the world about trying to hurt and kill children. And the people that would sit there and say, well, you know, we should be able to run over children if we want to. It's part of realism. Those are the people that, you know, let's just say I don't have a large amount of sympathy for their cause, shall we say. So, all sorts of things. What kind of shop is this over here? That is a supplier, healer, provisioner, forge master, and relic master. Oh, nice. So they actually give them a building to be inside of? Is that right? So they don't have to stand out in the rain and the elements like they do in so much other places? Langhold General Store. I love the music that came in Rohan. Reminds me so much of the music that was in the Lord of the Rings movies. The Two Towers movie. Yep, there we go. Relic masters, forge masters, healers, provisioners, suppliers. This is indeed a general store. Nice. In that case, I am going to take advantage of it right quick.
You have need of our assistance.
And we're going to sell off some of the crap that we picked up lately. I will see y'all on the other side of taking care of business. We have finished up dealing with our business here in the shop. So we are going to do one more little sweep about, see if there's any other quest. I see the ring there. That's up at the Great Mead Hall. That is such a great place. I love the architecture of the Rohirrim. I really do. All right, there's our mailbox. There is our milestone. Any other quests coming out this door? Nope. Although that is one hell of a lizard. I don't remember them being mentioned in the books. Don't remember them being attacked by raptors at any point in the book. Let's head on up the hill and let's go into the Great Mead Hall here. Quite the impressive place. Quite the impressive place. I always said that basically the Rohirrim were just Vikings. They were... Tolkien had used the Viking culture for the Rohirrim and just put them on horses instead of in boats. And it does indeed. You can tell it with the architecture and all. It does indeed. Alright, there is Silan, and there's Thane Uhtred. Hello, Thane Uhtred. I was told to come speak with you. Hail, friend of the Riddermark. I am Thane of this keep. What business have you here? What can you tell me about Langhold?
Welcome and well met, my friend.
See why I love the Rohirrim as well? Look at this greeting you get. This is so much better than anybody up north. None of the elves up north, none of the men up north, they all like, what do you want? Why are you bothering me? State your business and be gone. Here they're like, welcome friend, come, have a drink. I love these people. Langhold is a watchful city, holding the north border of the eastern Rohan against any and all enemies that would strike us from the Great River. We protect many farms and also keep vigilant watch upon the Great River from our many defense outposts. Thank you, Thane. I hear rumors of brigands.
Friend of the Rohirrim.
Brigands are ever a plague among the wold, pillaging the farmlands and harassing travelers. Ah, already had that from the guy at the gate, from Dala. I bet the Easterlings are the same thing too.
Welcome and
Yep.
well met, my friend.
Yep, he gave us the well one there. Let's talk to him about the wold.
Welcome, my friend.
Ah, the famous wandering burglar. Your reputation precedes you, Narlo. I bid you welcome to Langhold. I'm sure you will find plenty to keep you busy here, for we are often beset by ruffians and wild creatures. I am sure. Alright, completed the wold. What else do we have? The Thane of Langhold.
The Rohirrim are grateful for your aid.
My wife, Sillin, has a better temperament for welcoming guests to Langhold than I. I would sooner bid you to go find your own food, but my dear wife upholds the customs of Rohan. She has grace, despite agreeing to tolerate my bad behavior for so many long years. Sillin will give you the welcome you deserve as an honored guest in our city, Narlo. Alright. Let's hop up here and let's go and talk to Sillin. You have quite the pretty wife there, Thane. Quite the pretty wife. What, we don't voice the women? My husband is the Thane of Langhold, Narlo. Friends of the Rittermark is welcome, but do not cause trouble here. We are a stern people here in the north. You seem more traditional than your husband.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
My parents taught me to value kind friends and guests, for my father survived a deadly encounter with foes thanks to the kindness of a tall stranger passing by, a ranger who did not look trustworthy, but proved himself otherwise. The old customs are important to me. Friends of our city should be held as such, for it is important to mark friend from enemy. Do you think Langhold is safe from enemies?
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
I am a cautious woman. It is my nature. I prefer to see the signs for myself and not trust to hope. Sometimes I go about my days without fear. Other times I sense threat. But thus far, Uhtred has kept our city safe from brigands and Easterlings. The Thane of Langhold.
Our mission is dire.
Ah, the traveler from Stangard. You must be weary from your long road. Do not mind my husband. He is an unceremonious man, but he is a good Thane and still strong. Come, let us drink together and share a meal. The custom is a pledge of honor from us that you will be safe from all harm in Langhold. It is a pledge on your part also. While here, you must respect our ways and cause no harm, and stir no trouble. Will you perform this gesture of goodwill? So we need to drink the mead? Please accept our hospitality, friend of the Mark. Well, I can certainly do that. I will come out here. I don't want to steal the Thane's food. And I don't really want to do a Merry and Pippin and be standing on the tabletop either. Imagine that's not exactly a good custom either. Plate of food. Whoops. Plate of food. Some hearty food on the table of the Langhold Mead Hall. You have broken bread at the table of the Thane. Goblet of mead. Some mead on the table of the Langhold Mead Hall. Taking a bit longer to drink than to eat. You have tasted mead from the table of the Thane. Bow to Cillian to thank her for her hospitality. Cillian accepts your gesture graciously. I bid you welcome, friend of Langhold. Thane Uhtred.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
You have my wife's approval, eh? Do you? Good, good. She is a gentle soul, and she loves the old customs. I suppose there's no harm in them, especially if they make our guests behave themselves while they stay here. Now, you are free to roam about and do as you please. Do not let me keep you. Now that you're a guest, find a task or an errand in Langhold. Uhtred bids you to leave and find your own manner of entertainment in town. Certainly. Certainly. Let's head on out. I'm anticipating we've got a lot of rings perhaps that have opened up. We will have to see. Anyway, that is where we're going to stop it for today. Here in Langhold, we have finally, really, truly come into Rohan proper. No more palisades, no more hastily built palisades, no more encampments. We have an actual Rohan city now. Fantastic.
All right, that's what we're going to do this time around. Thank y'all for coming along. I hope y'all have enjoyed it. It's been a nice little adventure, and it looks like the quest and the story is picking up a little bit. We'll see what we have to do next time to appease the people of Langhold and see if we can get our war pony. So we will see you next time. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.